I would be lying if I sat here and I told you that I don't think there are women who've gotten business deals because... Okay, the title of this movie is called We Win. The writer of the film is Anna Nogueiro, and very well could be butchering it, but wrote this little short film and is directed by Michael Stahl-David. It's available on Vimeo. Charlotte knows nothing about this.
And I didn't even remember the title until today. Like, you just kept repeating, oh, we have to watch We Win. I was like, what?
I've already seen it. She hasn't seen it. More of a reaction video from her.
I don't even know. Like, I assume it's like couple related.
Yeah, there's a picture of a mixed couple on the front. What we'll do, we'll watch through it and then we'll give our thoughts we have about it at the end of the video. Yeah, but here we go. What an intro.
What are you doing?
This is what you're supposed to do.
Really? That's a thing?
Of course it is. Gravity.
Oh. Well, obviously, I'm gonna do it too.
Guess they're gonna have a next kid. How are they gonna react to it?
But I don't think we know that if they have a kid.
She's saying that's the pregnant. Yeah. She said gravity, right? So she got rid of it.
Yeah, but you said next kid.
I know, it's crazy.
And so was she just throw away?
This is insane.
Yeah, I'm getting blown up by proxy. I've gotten 5 people forwarding me the announcement today.
Oh, in case you didn't know.
Oh yeah, it's like, she's my wife. I have a Google alert for her name.
Is Jeff Emily Rain Daniel?
She's the writer.
Yeah, I think so.
So maybe people can sit on the floor, or do we get more chairs?
I'll get the extra chair.
Yeah, you're right. We're adults.
Adults playing games on a Saturday night.
Us.
Oh my god.
Games on a Saturday night.
Well, a win for me is a win for us.
So now we're designing this fancy house and hopefully getting beggars.
Your body's gonna be able to handle all that?
I mean, I'm not a wrestler. Sitting down.
Yeah,
You know what?
Architect? She's an architect?
Yeah. He's actually being
Incredible about maternity. It's like, it's the perfect job. It's
so great. And Ben's being cool?
the best.
That's why you guys work. He's
not intimidated by you.
Drinking wine.
Not at all. Honestly, the last few years, ambition.
She's trying to get
exhausts him.
pregnant.
And she's
Well,
scared.
she's not pregnant yet.
Okay.
This. At the end of the flight, he says, okay, you're hired. I'll have my lawyer draw up the contract.
That's crazy.
Right?
She knows how to pitch.
Yeah, and she's super talented, but it's just...
Oh, we always knew she would get something big. I mean, maybe not this soon.
Yeah, it's like she wound up in a situation where it's actually an advantage to be a woman in architecture.
How so?
I mean, I never get chatted up on airplanes. I mean, maybe it's my resting bitch face, but anyway, yeah, she's gonna kill it. I mean, look at these.
What are you guys doing in here?
Nah,
I had to.
he's worse than my grandma.
These renderings
Are beautiful.
Thanks. I'm just figuring shit out.
They're really amazing.
I'm just lucky this guy wasn't there with his own napkin.
So, are you still at Vector?
Yeah, still at Vector. Currently designing a parking lot, 1,300 spaces.
That's a lot.
There you are. I took a Xanax a couple hours ago, and the potency's gonna wear off around 9 p.m., so we want to start playing.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
What do I do? No, don't show me.
Okay, so if you have a number card, you're a civilian. If you have a face card, you're mafia.
Okay.
Civilians, your job is to figure out who Mafia is before you get killed. Mafia, your job is to get the civilians to accuse each other while hiding your identity. And hopefully, at the end of the game, 2 Mafia are the last ones standing. Night falls on the town. Okay, and
You ever played
only
this game?
Mafia, open your eyes.
It's fun.
Mafia, pick your first victim. Mafia, close your eyes.
But then they know.
Dawn rises on our town.
They're both in the
And
mafia.
unfortunately-
No one else opened their eyes.
But they do now. Oh,
Only
okay.
the
Now they.
people who are in the mafia can open their eyes.
And at the end, they all open their eyes. Because I thought there was a
Yes.
second round where they say civilians open your
No,
eyes.
yeah. So they don't isolate who the civilians are.
Okay.
Jeff is on the block.
It
Going
deserves to be
once.
killed.
What am I supposed to say right now?
Explain why you're
Not mafia if you're not mafia.
I mean,
going twice.
Defend yourself.
I had a number card, so what else am I supposed to say?
It's a brilliant strategy. Act like he's confused and then kill us in our sleep.
Jesus, this game is stressful. Oh, yeah, I believe you.
I believe you.
Of course you do. You've been together 3 months. You're high on oxytocin.
I'm taking Jeff off the block.
Block.
Hey, is anyone feeling Rachel from Mafia?
Yes.
I mean, she's
Been super aggressive all night.
Oh, aggressive. When men do it, it's assertive. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you know what?
We actually haven't talked about Rachel.
Who randomly went after my boyfriend.
Aggressively.
Okay. Wait, hang on. I went after him for legitimately weird behavior. There was nothing random about it. And then as soon as I did, Peter called me aggressive. That seemed
Kind of suspicious. These guys know when I'm mafia, I'm super quiet.
Yeah, I thought she was, but now I don't know. If she's lying, she's really good at it.
of course she is. She just talked her way into designing a mansion for a billionaire. She's a hustler.
Going twice, and you're executed.
I was mafia.
It's just like. Oh, because he's meant to play like he's a civilian, right?
Sweetie.
Telling me the truth? You're telling me the truth?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Daniel on the block.
Daniel on the block, going once.
It's Ben.
Going twice. When you threw Rachel under the bus like that, I have to say,
I made that face like
I almost lost it. That
when
was amazing.
they mentioned her pitching the deal to the billionaire.
Yeah, but they also said, oh yeah, but he said like if she's lying, she's very reliant. And he's like, of course she is. She just won the pitch, blah blah. And then he made that face. That's me not talking to you when you mess up.
It's just a game.
Is
I
it though?
know. I just
thought it would be fun if we won together.
Well, a win for me is a win for us.
Why are you bitter?
You're right, it's dumb. It's just a game.
No, it's not. Look at his smile. It's vicious.
What are you doing?
Hurry up and come to bed.
He got that sentence out back to her like a bitter ass. Okay.
Did you see the ending?
Yeah, she's taking the pill again.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like she doesn't want a kid with him, but like in the end, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. That's interesting. Am I missing something? It's she's not sure anymore because of how he behaved.
Yeah, I guess it depends on, the perspective of the person watching it. When I first saw this, I think you might have missed like a few of the conversations, the subtle conversations that they have. There's even a line in there about him, what he's doing for a living. Like he's also an architect, but he's designing like parking lots.
Oh, I see.
where she's got this huge thing, and even in the beginning where they both put their legs up, like she's the one who's getting pregnant, but in my mind I was like, he's also getting pregnant. So everyone has like a really different take on this.
Yeah, it's just, I guess it's just very realistic. That's all it is. It's like, I think it's I don't know if people call that very feminist as in it's a bad thing, that there's a problem, because all I see here is someone who's like, I'm not getting a baby with someone I'm not 1000% sure. And if I feel like this person has some bitterness towards me, it's probably just going to build up, probably not going to lead to anything good down the line.
Right.
Therefore, maybe I should give it a bit more time and figure out what's going on before getting further. I don't think that's a feminist take. I think that's a very smart take, and just yeah, that's how it should be. Actually, that's why I'm like not too shocked about it, because I'm like, yeah, if that, you know, if that reaction of his instilled doubts in you, that you're like, I have this gut feeling that this is not so good, that you should not proceed and have a kid. And I think too many people skip that. They're just like, they have a gut feeling that something's off. And they're still like,
I think maybe most guys who watch this will look at him and be like, over a game? Really? A game made you question that?
But it's not a game.
That is the objective of the game.
When they have the conversation in the bathroom, he did purposely say that sentence back and back to her. A win for me is a win for us. And that's in direct response to her saying that about the project that she wants. You missed the subtleness of this.
Wait. Hold on. About the project. I thought they were talking about the game at the end.
He threw that sentence back to her. It was a direct response to her saying, a win for me is a win for us.
I interpret it as like, hey, it's like we won the game. The Mafia won. So it's like in Among Us.
Yeah.
If one Among Us member wins,
yeah.
But
that's not all he said. He purposely remembered the sentence she said, and he threw it back at her.
That's an interesting take.
That's what made her doubt. If you look at her face when he says that, she's like, okay, I see. Like, you kept what I told you earlier and you turned that against me.
Okay.
That's literally her face when he says that. Like, he says right as well, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying. I see how you could think it's bitterness, but yeah, I guess I just I didn't see it that way. The energy he's giving off is definitely like
lighthearted.
Yeah, he's a lighthearted profile. Yeah, he's clearly not the leader in the relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it comes off on screen.
Yes and no. The way it comes off at the very end, I would say, is precisely he's not taking the leader position and he's building up bitterness towards it. Because that, right? Like, can you put it again in case I'm inventing that? Oh, well, he didn't say right.
Yeah. And the thing is, she would have preferred that they lose together, actually.
No, I think she would have preferred that they don't lose, period. Well, that he didn't throw her under the bus.
Oh, so you think he threw her under the bus?
It clearly felt like that.
Well, it gets to a point where there's only a few people left, and if the entire group questions that it's her, that she's Mafia, yes, he could have said, I don't think she's Mafia.
But that's where it's interesting, is like, because I agree with you, his position is like never the leader. So maybe even in the game, he didn't take that leader position. He was just like, I'm not going to say anything. And he was like, maybe. But he didn't try one bit to even say like, you sure? I don't think she is actually. Or like, he didn't try one thing.
I think based off of the discussions that she has up into the game, she's interested in someone and taking sort of a backseat in the relationship. She wants to drive. I think he's probably not the profile that wants to take the backseat.
Yeah.
He gives the napkin and he's like, well, no one would have chatted me up. He thinks that because he's a guy. I also do think that I probably wouldn't get approached by certain people because I'm a guy. Because like, why would a guy want to talk to me about, I don't know.
There are some guys that just get to pitch something. No, I don't agree with that.
Well, what I understand, the way he's looking at it, is that it's maybe because they were trying to hit on her, or maybe she's more approachable.
That's a problem. If that's his thinking, that to me is a problem. Because we're just back again to, you can't just be because of your skills and because you were impressive in like the way you talked. No, it had to be because she was hit on.
Yeah.
That would piss me off like big time. Actually, I didn't interpret that like Kitty, because that would really piss me off. Because I strongly disagree with you. Actually, I know more guys, and business numbers speak for themselves. There's more guys that get opportunities, networking things, just chatting, and then they're going to be trusted like that just because they're guys. And they're like, oh, we should discuss that further. Like, let's definitely organize something, and bam, 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 and we get investment. Nothing like that. There's plenty of people that struggle. The percentage of men getting trusted quicker over projects and stuff is way higher than women.
I don't know any statistics on.
But we're on a ratio of like 98% versus 2%. Like, that's literally the type of numbers that we're talking about.
It's not 98 versus 2.
Something like that, or 95, 5%. Like it's literally over 90% men that get investment versus less than 10% women. Like that's the type of ratio that we're talking about in terms of like getting investment for men in business versus women founders.
Okay.
So the idea that a guy wouldn't be like listened to when he pitched somewhere or whatever pretty easily, the numbers just speak against that.
I would say that there's some truth to what he's saying here, actually. I'm not saying that any guy can execute a deal like that, but I think certain people, certain guys, certain business people who are in positions of authority, there might be ulterior motive to why they want to speak to the girl. A lot of guys, I think it's a chance to speak. Here's like a lovely young lady. She's beautiful.
That doesn't lead to a signing. Like you have guys doing that.
You don't think?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't lead to like signing deals and stuff if you don't have the actual skills. And that really pissed me off that you would think that, actually, because that really goes along the lines of, oh, you're being hidden on, that's why you got the investment. No. She got the investment because she was good at what she's doing.
Okay. It's just a story. It's just a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is we don't have the context. Like, we don't have the context of what's behind this.
But your assumption goes to that. And you're saying a lot of men's assumption goes to that.
I'm not saying that it's the case for every woman, but there is a case that there's probably some women who've been given opportunity in that way.
Why would it be the case here when clearly everyone is saying she's talented?
Why would it not be? We don't have any context.
We have the context that she's talented. Even the guys that stop in front of a project, they're like, that's amazing. That's like great mind right there.
Well, if you look at the napkin, it's a poorly drawn image. It's like
nothing. A napkin is just something you're like.
I know, but I think that's the point, is that it's not convincing. It's drawn on a napkin. There's no sort of weight to the drawing, and I think that's the whole point of this, is that it's meant to like create conversation around it.
Well, that in that case, the argument of people that it's a very strong feminist take completely falls apart, because if a woman says in a short story that she only got a project because basically she's pretty, then that's not a feminist take at all. That's quite the opposite, actually.
I think she is a feminist and she wrote this, but I think she wrote it in a way that's creating awareness of both sides. I've seen people watch this. I was following with a channel that watched this, and there's people who are basically on the side that he's written in a very submissive way, and that's how like male characters by this writer will be. And I don't think it's that way. I think she wrote it with the awareness that this was a specific relationship. In terms of the deal, yeah, I do think you're right about the bitterness. I do think he has a bit of resentment there.
Like many men do, but that literally just shows how misogynistic a lot of men are to assume that and especially if it's the boyfriend, assuming that his girlfriend didn't get something because she's talented, but because she's pretty.
No, it's not that she gets it because she's pretty. Do you agree that people who are more beautiful will tend to get more opportunities in life?
Yeah.
Okay, in France, you're catcalled all the time. You're catcalled, you walk down the street.
Yeah, that's not business things, man.
It's not business, but the chance of a guy approaching you is high likelihood, no?
No, not in that. Like, you're just mixing two completely different things. Like, guys that have nothing to do in the street and calling you, I don't compare that to someone coming to talk to you in business. Like, that's not nearly the same thing. And even if they come and talk
men
to you,
and women both have the same chance.
I would say men have more.
By like business.
In business, men have more chances.
It's not business. It's on a flight. They're on a flight.
Yeah. So you didn't talk the other day on a flight to a guy about breathing and stuff. Like, you didn't start a conversation with someone.
He. I mean, I don't want to say anything about the guy, but I do think he was homosexual.
And you never talked to anyone on a plane that was not homosexual or not a woman, just like because you were next to one another and you started chatting.
That's
never
true.
happened.
Obviously,
it's true.
But
it's like, exactly, you're on a plane, so you're stuck next to someone for like hours. It's very common to talk to the person no matter what their gender. And then if you end up talking about your career, and the guy's like, you know what, I just so happen to be investing in that, like, pitch me.
Sure.
Like, I don't see why it's a woman versus man thing.
It's not a woman versus man thing.
No, but I don't see. No, it is. Like, you're saying she got approached because she's a woman.
That's what he's thinking. That's not what I think. All right. I told you I can understand where he's coming from. That
well,
I I don't think that's. I would be lying if I sat here and I told you that I don't think there are women who've gotten business deals because a guy was initially attracted to them. You talk about it all the time that there's in the workplace that there's women being taken advantage of, but they don't possibly get promotions due to them being pretty. Like that's, I can't say that honestly. I'm not saying that all women don't deserve the positions that they have.
No, you shouldn't say it might be a tiny minority of women that don't deserve.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying is I don't know any numbers. I mean, who runs studies on this?
Assuming that and not the other is crazy. You could assume, you could very much assume.
I'm giving leeway to both sides, no?
No, not really.
You don't.
You're kind of
She
defending.
could very well be talented and just gave it an excellent pitch, but the only context we're given in this scene is this drawing.
No, we're given additional context after that, with the two guys being like, "Whoa, that's amazing!" looking at the wall.
The other work that she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Meaning she's a talented person.
Wait, let's go back and rewatch this act. Because it's funny that you picked up on that, but I mean, all right. Let me
I didn't pick up on much, actually. What I'm saying is I wouldn't, straight off the bat, assume that she got it because she's not talented, because she's pretty and not talented. I would assume the opposite until you prove me otherwise. Whereas you, it seems, and people on the other end, you do.
Me?
You and people on the other end, it seems, are doing the opposite. You're assuming she most likely has it because she's good looking until you're proven otherwise. That's not normal. It should be the other way around. It's like most likely she got it for good reasons. Prove me otherwise. If you prove me that she got it for other reasons, fine. But you shouldn't be assuming that she's not talented.
We have to assume in this. We have to assume one thing or the other. You assuming that she's completely talented or that the pitch was amazing.
Exactly.
That's an assumption.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I will always assume that the person is talented, whether a guy or woman, because the problem is, if it's a guy in this movie, the guys are going to be assuming he got it because he's talented, not for other reason.
Well, look at this drawing.
The guys, if it's a man in the same position,
yeah,
they're going to be assuming, they won't even question actually, but if they're asking, they'll be like, yeah, they probably got it because they're good at pitching. So why would you assume otherwise in this?
Because of the drawing.
It's a pitch.
That's all we have.
No,
that's all we have.
No, that's not all we have.
Let me finish. That's all we have for the interaction that she had with this guy. The guy, they're on a flight, they don't have Wi-Fi, she can't pull up her portfolio. This is all she has.
That and a speech around it? And a pitch?
She has
and a pitch?
And
convincing?
We have no context of the pitch.
Exactly. So you assume that her pitch was bad even though she signed something.
I don't know. I'm willing to say I don't know rather than say I assume that she's brilliant.
No, you didn't rather say I don't know. You started this whole thing by saying, well, kind of seems like she got it because she's pretty.
I didn't say that.
You started this whole conversation.
Did I say that?
You started this whole conversation.
I didn't say that.
This entire conversation is because you started this idea that she probably got it because she's pretty.
I said that there's a chance that in general, I think that women might get approached more, or that, how do you say it? In general, I think women get approached more by men.
In life, yeah.
In life.
But signing deals? Closing deals? No. It's actually the opposite. Closing deals, men close more deals than women. The fact that she closed, it's not just that he talked to her, which, by the way, I just proved to you before that you had chats in flights with, like, other guys, and it's got nothing to do with, like, your gender. But on top of that, even if she was approached because it was like, oh, I got a pretty woman next to me, let me talk to her during that flight. The fact that she closed, you should assume that it's because she was good at it.
Like that she closed.
She closed the deal. He was like, you know what? I'm actually convinced. You convinced me. I'm going to put my money in that.
But I don't see there being any... What evidence would you present that that she would have on the plane to give that, besides this drawing?
Say it again?
What evidence would you give? I mean, just the fact that she closed.
Yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
That's enough to assume that he had no other intentions.
Yes. So if you hear a man did the same thing, would you assume that the guy is homosexual and into him?
What?
If you hear a man in the same situation that closed the deal on a plane, would you assume that the guy who closed with him on a plane was homosexual and into him, and that's why he signed?
If he closed the deal.
Yeah. If it did the exact same thing, would you assume that that guy that's giving money was probably into him and homosexual, and that's why he signed?
No.
Exactly. You would assume he was good enough to close it, right?
I mean, by itself or with this drawing? If I saw this drawing...
Same context. You see this drawing, but it's a man who did that.
I would say the same thing.
Or you would say the guy was probably homo and was into him, and that's why he signed.
You have to understand that this guy that wanted to do a collab with me, I also thought he was homosexual.
Okay, so...
Because that question was put there specifically. It was put there for that idea, right? It wasn't just put there like, oh yeah, it's a typical guy. That's why I think she's a great writer. That's why I think he was there. Maybe he saw something we didn't. I don't know. I'm not saying that's the way I think. I'm saying this is all we have. And I don't think that's a great drawing. I don't see, as a person who's studying engineering, I would want to see like rough dimensions. Like, I mean, I can't even tell what that is.
Because you're not there during the pitch. I mean, I'm not saying, no, it's not a great writing, a great drawing.
It's not.
But I'll say this. It doesn't matter when you pitch. Now imagine how she did it. She was probably not like, wait a minute, I'm going to draw you what it looks like. And spend forever and then be like, this is it. You have to imagine that she was pitching. She was probably like, now imagine this thing where, no. And then you have like tons of people coming in and she just like draws as she pitched.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I give leeway to both sides of the story. I think that's a okay stopping point. So I guess we agree
to disagree.
Okay. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching.
Cheers.
Deuces.